Let's take a look now at how we multiply numbers, but what we're going to do is we're going to break down one of the numbers. We're going to make one of the numbers simpler to help us multiply. Let's take a look. So in this question here, if you look at the diagram, we've got three groups of 5. So you can see there's 5 little circles, another 5, another 5. So that's 3 groups of 5. Now you know that 3 times 5 is 15, but how could you break this down? Well, you could break it down into 3 groups of 3 if you wanted to, and then another 3 groups of 2. And 3 groups of 3 give you 9, and 3 groups of 2 give you 6. So what we're saying is we could write 3 times 5 as 3 multiplied by, in your bracket, let's break the 5 down. We know that 5 can be broken down into a 3 plus a 2. How does that help us? Because now we can just say 3 times 3. Let's do that separately. 3 times 3 gives you the 9. And then you can say 3 times the 2. Remember, we're using the distribution rule here. And 3 times 2 gives you the 6. So that's how you break it down. 9 plus 6 gives you 15. But you would usually only do this with bigger numbers, because 3 times 5 is quite easy. Let's look at 37 times 65. If we leave the 37 alone and we break the 65 into its 2 parts, 60 plus 5, that would mean we must multiply the 37 plus 60 and then the multiplication of 37 by 5. But that's quite difficult in itself. Can we break the 60 down? Well, 6 is 2 times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. To get it to 60, multiplied by 10. What about 37 times 5? Well, what you could do is you could break the 37 part into 30 and 7. And that would be then 30 multiplied by the 5, and then also the 7 multiplied by the 5. So let's have a look at this. What is 37 times 2? Well, 37 times 2, how would we do this? What is 30 times 2? That's 60. What is 7 times 2? 14. What is 60 and 10? 70. 70 plus 4 is 74. So 37 times 2 is the 74. We've got times the 3 times the 10. What is 30 times 5? It's 150. What is 7 times 5? 35. You need your times table, or I guess you could use a calculator. Now how do we do this? What is 74 times by 3 and then times by 10? Well, let's go and see. How would we do 74 times 3? What's the best way? Well, what is 70 times 3? Or what is 7 times 3? 7 times 3 is 21, but we're doing 70. So 70 times 3 is 210. What is 3 times 4? 12. What's 210 plus 12? 222. So that's that number. That then gets multiplied by 10. And then we need to add to that, what's 150 plus 35? It is 185. So what's 222 times 10? Just add a 0. It's 2,220. Then we add our 185. How do we get that answer? 2220 plus 185. Well, the easiest way here would be to use a column. A 0 plus a 5 is a 5. 2 plus 8 is a 10. Remember, you carry the 1. 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. And then you've got a 2, so it's 2,405. Okay, so go and revise that example. Remember, with multiplication of big numbers, try break the numbers down into smaller parts and then multiply those parts separately using your distribution rule. Remember, if you've got a number in front of a bracket like a 2, and in the bracket you've got a 3 plus a 5, it means the 2 must multiply the 3 and then add to that the 2 multiplied by the 5. Remember, that's called the distribution rule.